Everybody is God. Everybody here to me is a God.
Okay, good. If everybody's God, great. Bam! What just happened?
That is the wrong approach. Would you hit everybody?
That's you want me too short. Bam, bam, right. Bam. I'll go around hitting everybody.
And you're well on your way to Nirvana.
What really happens after we die? Can humans find the truth? In this intellectual debate, Christian pastor Cliffe Knechtle goes head-to-head with a Hindu college student on the ultimate question of the afterlife. Make sure to stick to the end where this debate gets tense. Leave your thoughts in the comments below and enjoy the video.
I grew up Hindu my whole life.
Right.
I'm religious.
Right.
And I've heard of Jesus Christ. I have read some of the Bible, yet I refuse to accept him as the Son of God. But I believe his teachings, there's a lot to be learned from. Now, yesterday you brought up free will. In the Christian faith, free will is two choices. Either I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, or I do not. Now, in the Hindu concept of free will, I can do whatever I want. I can live my entire life the way I want to, and there's not just two options, there's a million options. So is my definition of free will not better? And
Sir, I can promise you my definition of free will is not that there are only two options. Obviously, there are a whole slew of options.
Well, what's the other
So
option?
whoever communicated to you that a Christian thinks that free will is defined by two options, they're wrong.
What is the other option other than I either accept Jesus Christ after I've heard of him, or I do not? What is my third option
When
there?
you say you do not, there are a slew of options. You can be a materialist, a hedonist, a narcissist, a Hindu, a Jew, a Muslim, an atheist, an agnostic, a narcissist. Free will doesn't mean they're just two options.
No, but every single one of those people can go to heaven if they do not accept Jesus Christ. I do not accept Jesus Christ.
Do you believe in heaven?
I believe in Nirvana.
Nirvana, thank you. So study Nirvana and study heaven, and you'll notice that there's a real difference between the two.
There is. Heaven takes one try. Nirvana takes many tries.
No, sir.
Yes, sir. The concept of reincarnation exists because Nirvana takes more than one lifetime to achieve.
Yeah. But let's examine that.
All right.
Nirvana is the result of working off your bad karma. Self-effort. Heaven, according to Jesus Christ, is a result of God's grace. It's a free gift. It's not a result of working at it. You can't work at it according to Christ.
But
You're a sinner.
I'm sorry. You have to have experiences. In Hinduism, we believe in reincarnation. I was born a Brahmin. That is the highest caste. Now I have to live through. Maybe I've lived through all the castes. Maybe I haven't.
Yeah.
But if I don't have all of these experiences, how can I say that I'm worthy of nirvana or heaven at all?
Okay, sir, but they're qualitatively different.
Yes, but why is one life? But my soul does not change. That's the argument. My body, my physical appearance, my family, my influences change. But my soul is always learning.
Good.
And does that not seem just a bit more practical than one shot? You have one life, go at it.
You bet. You got one life according to Christ. That's exactly right. Well, sir.
Why is reincarnation this absurd idea then?
Because I have zero evidence that I lived a previous existence.
You have zero evidence that Mary could be born without sperm.
A supernatural God. A supernatural God can perform a miracle.
And then reincarnation.
I have no memory of a previous existence. None of my friends have a memory of a previous existence.
You're not meant to. Your soul is. That is the post-death.
But then what's the evidence that we all had previous lives?
Give me evidence for Yahweh. I will give you evidence for my
Design
elephant-headed
points
God.
to a designer. Objective morals point to a moral lawgiver.
Okay.
Life points to a giver of life, not giver of from non-life. The rational mind points to a rational creator, not to the irrational. The beginning of the universe points to a cause, an uncaused cause. The existence of love points to reality being greater than matter and energy. They're intangible values like love that are very real, very big part of our lives. If love is real, there's got to be a God who creates love, because if there is no God, love is just matter and energy evolved to a higher order.
But if that is so intangible, then why are the 10 Commandments things that you can specifically do in the tangible world? Why am I judged intangibly for something I do that is tangible? In Hinduism, I live on this earth. Everybody is God. Everybody here to me is a God.
Okay, good.
And they have the right to judge me.
Fine.
Here.
All right. If everybody's God,
yes,
that means he's part of God and I'm part of God,
yes,
right?
You are.
Good. Great. Pam. What just happened?
That is the wrong approach.
What do you mean? I'm part of God and he's part of God. Now, what just happened here? What's wrong with that?
Do you treat God that way?
Yeah, I just did. Bam.
When you walk into a church, would you punch
What
a priest?
is wrong with what I just did? If I believe
Yes.
that he's part of God and I'm part of God, if I smack him in the face, part of God just hit part of God. So why is that wrong?
You have done something that is absolutely wrong. You are not
How?
part of God.
How can that be absolutely wrong? If what you say is true, that I'm part of God. If I'm part of God and he's part of God and I smack him in the face, that's part of God hitting part of God. So why is that wrong?
Would you hit everybody?
If you want me to, sure. Bam, bam,
Alright.
bam. I'll go around hitting everybody.
And you're well on your way to Nirvana. Because that's the point.
No, but you said I'm part of God.
Yes, you are.
Right, if I'm part of God,
you have to discover the self.
then what is wrong with me hitting him?
Nothing, as long as you hit everybody else.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
That is why I don't buy your worldview. Because your worldview wipes out the basis for an understanding of justice.
No, society creates justice, but okay.
All right, society does. Fine, it's all relative then.
Okay.
But you see, one of the reasons that I am a follower of Jesus Christ and not a follower of the avatars is because of justice. Gandhi got his understanding that the caste system was wrong, not right. Gandhi got his understanding that the caste system was wrong, not from the Vedas and Upanishads, which teach exactly what you just said. Everything's part of God. You see, if everything's part of God, then there's no difference between good and evil. It's all part of God. You see, the only way you know what the difference between good and evil is, because we ain't all part of God. We're all creatures of God, but we have a free will, and we can do evil or we can do good. And Gandhi saw the caste system is evil. Stop it, and I will fight to stop it.
The caste system is something that religion did not establish. Society established that religion was
Fine,
was
whatever.
used to make people afraid so they would become part
Okay.
of it. Now, you're talking about absolute evils and absolute wrongs.
Yeah.
Yesterday you said murder was absolutely wrong because of God. Then is it not absolutely wrong to condemn my soul? And
No.
If my religion allows you to achieve nirvana, if my religion allows every non-Christian and Christian here to achieve nirvana, but yours doesn't, then how am I just not the better person, and how am I not absolutely right? Because you are saying there's a difference in right and wrong, and you have this wonderful definition of right. The Christian faith has a great definition of right, doing good. Now that's a very basic way of putting it, but that's just what it is, doing good. But I allow for more people to do good than you do.
No, I allow everybody to do good. The question is, what does God say about eternity? And according to Jesus Christ, God says, if you want to live together with God, you'll spend eternity with God in heaven. If you want to live your life separate from God, He's not going to violate your free will. He will grant your request, and you'll spend eternity separate from Him. Why? Because He respects your decision.